Okay, I'm gonna do my best uh, to see the comments there, and if I don't, I do read them afterwards. So I thank you so much for commenting, for giving me your feedback. I am so humbled and touched. I'm gonna get emotional. Um, to have the opportunity to provide some kind of assistance. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity. It really is from my heart to yours. And I hope that whether it's the daily doses that you're listening to or uh, whatever it is, uh, that it brings you some comfort, because we all need at this crucial time some type of comfort. And if we don't master our mind, it can take us on very scary thoughts. So I'm glad that you decided to join the LaLuce team. It's all about the light. And no act, whether big or small, goes unnoticed. So whether you post something that is funny, whether you post something that is heartwarming, whether it is a reminder that we're all in this together, something that keeps us connected, that makes people feel uplifted, even if it's just for a moment, then you've done a good deed for today. You not only feel good about yourself, but you're helping other people feel good. And we have to inundate Facebook with positivity, blow it up with upliftment and empowerment. You know, those that post things that are, I understand that, people have this need, or this, it's almost like an addiction to know the numbers, how many deaths there are today. And how is that serving you? It's just creating more fear within you. And when you are in fear, there's a chemical reaction in your body that lowers your immune system. And then you act irrationally. You don't make the best choices for you, because you're trying to grasp and getting out of that discomfort. So, I say this all the time: stay as calm as you can. you know, a few days ago, I lost my shit too. So, I'm human like everybody else. And it was with my husband, because I couldn't get my printer working, and I really have no knowledge about any of this. And because I take my work so seriously, what I offer, what I uh, what I try to transmit has to be from an authentic place within myself. Otherwise, I don't bother doing it. And I needed access to my printer, and that brought me into a state of not a nice place. Even though I apologized later, uh, I acted like we act when we're in panic mode. So we accept that we're imperfectly perfect. Each one of us is imperfectly perfect for the journey that we are on. And each of our journeys are different. We're all focusing on different things. Some individuals, it's about family. Some it's about self-worth. Some it's about self-acceptance. Some is about, self-confidence. But everyone has something that challenges them to embrace that human part of themselves. And the more that we try to push against it or deny it or berate ourselves for it, the more it shows up. And it shows up because it wants to be embraced by you. So within you is the full spectrum of human conditioning, of human emotions. And none of them, I mean, if you look at anger, even anger, in these spiritual circles, it's deemed as a negative emotion. And yet, anger has a positive side to it, because when you're complacent, you don't make any changes. When you get angry enough, the anger is what fuels you and what gives you courage to make the necessary changes in your life. So you see how everything has purpose. Everything is here to serve us. And we are feeling beings. Our whole point is to feel our way through life. And, slowly but surely, we're moving more from the intellect to the heart center. And the heart knows what the mind cannot comprehend. And often we look to the logic to make sense of things. And sometimes we just can't. It's just not possible. But when you take a moment and you take a conscious breath into your heart, and really conscious breath, it brings you in a state of calmness. You recognize that, what? I don't have to remind my heart to beat. I don't have to remind my eyes to blink. I can't control how my hair grows, how my nails grow. There's this intelligence within us, each one of us, that animates this physical body. And it really doesn't need much interference from us. As long as we provided a good habitat. And a good habitat is not only what you're ingesting with your food. That has benefits to it. Exercise has benefits. But what you are thinking constantly, that elevator music that plays in the back of your mind, that is always running, this narrator that doesn't shut up, what is it telling you? What's the underlying message it keeps giving you? Start to focus in these times where we have much more time than we had before, where we have greater opportunities for stillness, for quietness, for solitude, for being with ourselves. Start to notice, what do I think? What am I always thinking? Am I in the past, living perhaps with regret? Or am I in the future, living with fear and unpredictable circumstances, unsure of its uncertainty? Where am I? And notice during the day how you play seesaw with yourself, going from past to future, and then there's no one here taking care of business. That means being present. So tonight was about letting go of control. And the reason that came to me was someone wrote to me. And thank you for reaching out to me. I'm here. I try to make myself available as much as I can. I offer one-on-one sessions for those who need a more personalized interaction. You can inbox me or you can send me an email on info@LaLuce. Anyway, and it was, how do I control what's happening? And we can't really control what's happening because it's happening around us. But where you have power, is how you're dealing with it within yourself. So, and it came, I got something that I channeled a few years ago. And it's interesting how all my archive stuff is coming into play now. And it's so appropriate. And those that I channel, the Council of Seven, have been keeping me up at night, giving me all this information. And they actually said to me that I have to go into the archives because the message that they offer is in the eternal now. So regardless of when you're hearing it, whether you're watching this live or you're going to watch it, on YouTube or at some other time, their message is always in the eternal now. That means it's always applicable in this present moment. So I channeled something a couple of years ago entitled, Are You in Your Business? And I would like to read it to you, if I may. So how can any of us know what is best for another? Do you often think that your way is the ultimate and only way? Do you force your viewpoint onto others and get offended when your advice is not followed? Do you allow others to come to their own realizations without your need to set them straight and convince them that what you know, how you approach and handle your affairs is the only method available? If each of us is guided by the same life force that animates all human beings, is it not arrogant on our part to think that we can know what occurrences are most advantageous for others? The toughest thing is to watch others head for predictable pain, but stand back and observe as it unfolds without the urge to stop it from happening. For when we interfere, we rob others of learning, understanding, and reaching their own insights and truth. Control your impulses to take action, to get involved and shake another into seeing your way of thinking. No other individual needs your help, your knowledge, or your advice. Unless asked, keep your viewpoints and your recommendations to yourself, because when someone does not ask you openly for your input, it is a sure thing that they will not listen to you either. You can only assist those who request your assistance. That's a hard one. So the invitation is to practice sitting back and permitting conditions to develop as they do, for others as well as for ourselves, without our unsolicited opinions. Be in your business and stay out of other people's business, regardless of your good intentions. Know that each individual is free to live their life in whatever manner they decide, whether you are in agreement with their selections or not. So let me know if you relate to this. Especially now when we see some individuals are not practicing the recommendations that we're receiving. We're all on our own path. And being mindful, meditation, spirituality, is not something that you do. It becomes a way of life. It means staying in the present and not allowing your thoughts to wander. To be conscious of whatever is in front of you in this moment. So right now, I'm speaking to you, and there's nothing else that will distract me from this moment because I am fully engaged. Okay, so I think we're ready for meditation. So if you can, make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath. Coming back to the space. Take another deep breath. Allowing your body to relax, to come into a state of dormancy. Take another deep breath. Allow your mind to become still, to be uninterrupted for this precious moment that will never come again, that you are offering to yourself out of love for the self, to support the human part of you, the part that is perhaps fearful or uncertain. So just take a deep breath and breathe into your heart, allowing every breath to bring you deeper and deeper. And now notice a a sparkle of light, middle of your eyebrows. See this light as it begins to expand, opening up a portal. As you begin to walk towards this portal, you're feeling lighter and lighter, and more at peace. And you step on to a beach. You smell the salt water in the air. It's a beautiful day. You hear the seagulls up ahead, inviting you into this melody of life. You notice the palm trees swaying in the wind. There's a gentle breeze in the air. All is serene. And as you look out at the ocean, you can feel its invitation. You feel the sand underneath your feet. How solid you are. How the earth supports you. And as you walk closer and closer, there are gentle waves. They come to kiss your toes. The temperature of the water is perfect. And you take another step in, knowing that you are a droplet of the same ocean. Feel the life force as it enters the soles of your feet, moving up your legs. And as you go deeper into the water, you feel this life force moving upwards in your body, bringing a rush of energy, of empowerment, of upliftment. And now either take a device to float on, or simply lay on your back as you float, feeling the power of this ocean as you're gently cradled, fully supported, rocked. Feel your hands as they open, your arms outstretched. Your face to the sky, feeling the sun upon your face, restoring perfect balance, perfect health. And in this state of oneness with all that surrounds you, allow yourself to relax and let go, even more so. a moment of recalibration, of rejuvenation, of renewal, of resetting, of rebirth. Feel how effortless this moment is. When you relinquish the need to micromanage, allowing the flow of the waves to support you gently. Do you not feel this love that is present, that surrounds you, that encompasses you? Greetings, dear ones. It is always a delight to be amongst you, and especially on in these particular times where things are very unstable, if you will. But we are saying to you, and we come to you, the reason that we come to you is in an effort to remind you of who you are. For there is a great opportunity to recognize what is non-essential, what has been non-essential thus far. So as you awaken every moment, every morning, as you awaken from your slumber, know that you are in choice as to the story that you choose to take up, to reenact, to replay, if you will, for a lack of a better word. So as you awaken in the morning, notice how in those moments before the mind is fully conscious, there is a greater ease, there is an awakening that is slow, and then you start to pick up the story. Oh, it's true, my name is so and so, and this is what I'm supposed to be concerned about, and this is my role, and this is what I have to do today. And you start to pile on, you start to reenact who you call yourself. Know that who you are is irrelevant to all those things. For who you are is eternal. Who you are has no beginning and no ending. What you call yourself, the roles that you play, have a beginning and an ending. Therefore, they are not permanent. They are impermanent. And this is what we are pointing you to. For in these times, it is crucial for you to understand the underlying essence of who you are. For when you do recognize that your essence is eternal, you walk more fearlessly. You walk making greater choices, higher choices, choices that are more incongruent with who you are and who you have always been. So what is occurring is an unveiling of self. It is a return to your wholeness. It is an acceptance of the totality of who you are. For you have come here. This is a planet of feeling emotions, of recognizing that the internal part of you has its internal GPS that is connected to all that is. And if you are following these impulses that you are receiving, the more you follow the impulses, the more rapidly they will come and the clearer they will come. So each of you is being spoken to in every single moment. For you are all children of the light. We are here to remind you where you come from and where you will return to once this physical body, this human aspect of you is no longer. You have a unique opportunity, one that has never been presented on a massive scale as it is in these times, where globally, individuals everywhere are asking the same question. What is this life about? What do I stand for? Will anyone care if I was a workaholic, if I was a perfectionist? Will I be able to say, I was able to love myself? I was able to broadcast the totality of who I am fearlessly, not because I think I'm better than another, simply to demonstrate, to honor the uniqueness that I am. That is the invitation to each of you. There is no need for competition, for comparison. This is a time of unity, of oneness. For all of you, hand in hand, to rise up as the new awakened beings of light. For that is who you are, who you have always been. So just imagine for a moment if all beings everywhere were to come from a place of compassion, from a place of their God self within. There would be no more corruption, no more deception, no more betrayal. For what is done to another is done to the self. And you are the one self, appearing as many individuals. But you are one essence, you are one light, you are one heartbeat, you are one love. It is time to put your love in action, to demonstrate, to broadcast, to be. There is great love for you here, a love that is not easily understood by the human self, for the human self can only love conditionally. We see you in your perfection. We are in awe of all that you are. Know that this is a no-fail mission. You cannot fail at who you are. Allow what will to be released. It is excess that is not needed. Come down. Come into the diamond that is you. That multifaceted sparkle of light that is unique to you. And as you do so, you inadvertently invite others to their sparkle, their diamond, their light, their beauty, their love. We come to you in love, with love, through love. We walk before you, beside you, behind you. Know that you are constantly supported, especially during these times where all hands are on deck. Those that have crossed over, your loved ones, are ever more present. They are surrounding you, uplifting you, trying to get your attention. That is why you are seeing repeated sequences of numbers. That is why there are birds that come and sing at your windows. Notice the signs, they are all around you. For there is great support for you. We cheer you on. We admire your tenacity. We admire your resilience, your fearlessness. Be fearless, for there is nothing to fear. And so it is. So on this beach now, it's time to return. As you step out of the water, know that debris and toxins were left behind, transmuted by the power of the ocean, by the power of the One. And in the state of oneness, see every being on this planet with an open heart, holding hands, joining in this revolution of love that is sweeping our world as we cradle Mother Earth, supporting her in her transformation, in her detoxification, as she supports us. And now, ever so gently, bring yourself back, feeling your body supported on whatever it is that you're sitting on. Know that there is nothing for you to do, but simply be and allow and accept. For life has your back. Life has your best interest always at heart. Be at peace. Be in peace. Be peace.